Yeah.
Shining model drops, and the chatter never really stops. People worried how to stay ahead, but we've been moving through shifting sand since the first story left our hands. Changes of beat we already tread. We're not chasing perfect, we're chasing what's new. We push, we play, we shape the tools to what we do. We bend, we build again. Oh, that's the power running through this crew of friends. A little spark in the tools we use, it's true, but the North Star still me, still you. So try the wild prompt, follow that sharp idea. We're wired for reinvention. This is our golden era. We bend, we build again. Some folks swear the rules are carved in stone, but every update proves the myth's long gone. A sideways thought, a twist they miss. That's where the breakthroughs start to form, right in the center of the creative storm. Follow the spark, you can't resist. So take a breath and trust your restless, brilliant mind. You're not falling behind, you're right in the fault lines. We bend, we build again. Reinvention is the way that writers win. New models, new tricks, new sparks in the code, but you still choose the road. So try the wild prompt, follow that sharp idea. We're wired for reinvention. This is our golden era. We bend, we build again. Yeah. Lean into the tension, ride every axis. Let the tools surprise you. Break old practice. No fear of the future. Yeah, you are the future. Hit generate, hit retry. Watch what you can do. We bend, we build again. Rewrite the rules, reset the pen. This moment is ours, we know how to adapt. We've done it before and we're not looking back. Try the wild prompt, trust that bright idea. We're automated authors, this is our golden era. We build
Hi, everyone. All right. I got Stacey with me tonight.
It's hard to talk over that music. It's just so.
I know, but I had my microphone ready.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. It's a Friday night sleepover. Didn't everyone tell you? Hi, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Ann West. Welcome to your Friday entertainment.
I'm Stacey Anderson. I'm also here.
That's not true. She's also your entertainment. She's amazing. I'm going to give a quick sneak peek. Yep, I am. A quick sneak peek of what we're going to be looking at today. Just a sneak peek. That's all you guys get. Just a quick little look at this. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight. What you can do. Okay. graphing and getting the AI to understand pacing in a freaking outline for once.
Yeah.
So that's the sneak peek. So just so you can see, this is an enemies to lovers graph. And if you're like, but Elizabeth, it just got lucky. No. Let me show you an insta love graph. The romance is the top, and then it craters, and then it wins overall. So that is just a sneak peek at what we're going to be talking about tonight.
Which plot point is they sit on the couch and have a conversation, then they move to the dining room table and have a conversation with a different person, and then they think about it in their head while looking out at a field of wildflowers or something. All those AI scenes that never move the plot forward. Right.
And this is something that has been, I think, the holy grail of plotting with AI for a while now. I have been trying to get it to understand these things, and it can kind of a little bit, but I've never seen it be able to cross over the plot points and actually understand how those relate to each other. So thank you very much to the newest generation of thinking models. We bow down to you. We worship you. You're great. Worship you in a non-negative, like not against anyone's religion or anything, but just like we honor you that they have done something better with the thinking models.
Or just simply thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We're grateful. That's the word. That's what I should have said. I am distracted by my outfit because it's one of my, yes, in a secular way. Thank you, Rachel. In a secular way. I'm having fun with my new dress. It's one of the dresses I bought for New York. There will be an after party in the lab room after this YouTube. We do have a little bit of news to share. Just a smidgen. So there will be an after party after this. So, Stacy, how are you doing since we talked a few hours ago?
Awesome. I had my Cozy Mystery Tidal Wave class, and we got to play with an extension of what we're doing today. Like this stuff we're talking about here is already 48 whole hours old. So of course we've taken it 6 steps beyond, but so we're just playing with some ideas.
That's what we do in the Future Fiction Academy.
Exactly. So we won't go into those today, as we'll allude to them, but they're still like in the developmental stage. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of smart people working on this stuff. But I got to do my cozy fantasy class, and we worked through some of it and how we can bring some of these ideas into YFD or use them outside of. I didn't even show you my new YFD module or section that brings some of the after party.
Now, how the heck do they get to the after party?
Is it going to be in the lab room?
It is in the lab room. So if you join the accelerator, you immediately get access to that lab room. You just go to Teachable in the Future Fiction Academy lab, go to where it says the Zoom links, and you can join the lab room and be a part of all of our after parties and all of our non-after parties that we have all week. We've done a lot this week. So this week in the FFA, let's see. I took over your first tidal wave on accident because Joseph showed me something in Gemini 3.
That's
I took
4
over.
Days old. That was
4 days old.
I've already forgotten about that from 4 days ago.
So maybe we'll do that as a bonus tonight too, showing some coding, some vibe coding with Gemini 3 tonight as well. And we'll be back in soon. I don't know what Nadine meant, but sure. And then, come on, Dasha. Carlo, I did my impromptu. This is not my impromptu. This is not a class yet. And then Carlo took that over, and he's been doing all kinds of stuff. Also, the dev team just announced that they're looking for 20 people in the Future Fiction Academy to test out Raptor Write 1.0.
Or Raptor Write Cloud or Plus, or
Raptor Write 1.0.
Oh, 1.0.
It's version D for Danny. And Danny's like, yes, 20 people. Sub for Accelerator. That's a great question. It is in your notes, but if you go to futurefictionacademy.com, here, I'll show you how you do this. This is really easy. Doop, I'll put us at the bottom. That did not put us at the bottom. So the way that you subscribe for Accelerator, and I'll just zoom in, is right here, this nice big green button. So you open up the green button, share this tab instead. It takes you to the FFA Accelerator, and it has all of the information about our Accelerator program that you can go at your own speed. But here's the thing. As soon as you join Accelerator, you have access to everything we're doing, including all of our standalone classes. The notes are a sales pitch right now, so we can let you know about the Black Friday sales. And then at the bottom of the notes, I always add the prompting that we're doing for free on Claude and Gemini. You're welcome. Good to see you.
Going.
So our great news start, what are the requirements and what are we testing? That is in the, Carlo did a whole description about that in our Discord for Future Fiction Academy members. So if you are an Accelerator member, that is where you find that information. And just so everyone knows, our Friday Night Lives, they're a mixture for people who are in the Accelerator, people who have been with us since day one, people who are just hearing about us for the first time. So we try to do a mixture about, what's for sale, what's going on in the Accelerator, and then also what are some cool new tips and tricks and lessons and stuff that we can share with the writing community. So, okay, I think we should jump right into the tension axes and we'll start adding to the notes, and then we'll talk about the Black Friday deal.
Sounds good.
Sounds good? Okay. So let's talk about prompting. Let's talk about outlining. Okay. The very first time I started to try to make AI write a cohesive outline was early 2023. Because prior to that, it only had about 1,000 tokens output that it could do. The first ChatGPT could really only write about 400 tokens back in the early days. So the only way you could do outlines was like kind of chunk it. And then when I did outlines in 2023, I was working on the outline tool on Sudowrite and practicing different things of like learning that we had to translate things for the AI in terms of the AI doesn't understand Dark Night of the Soul. At least, especially not then.
No.
Have you found it interesting to Stacy, some of the things that you thought that the AI would understand, but you had to use different terminology for it?
Yes, because even if you ask it, like usually that's our go-to prompting method, or like when doing a prompt, ask it, do you know what Dark Night of the Soul is? Do you know what the reversal is? Or do you know what the midpoint is? Or any of these plot points, first pinch point, etc. And, oh yeah, I know exactly what that means. Great. Give me a Dark Night of the Soul here. Or I need to add that. Blah. Like, no. Or especially if you're mixing genres a bit, like a lot of time with anything romance mixed with, like at the time I was doing mafia romance, and that is like, it would always focus on the external goal, not the romance. Or,
Right.
And even then it was like something baddish sort of happens, maybe, but they're going to get through it together. Was always
Little did they know their lives would change forever.
Yeah. Like, I think that was when I started shouting at Claude and insulting its mother. Like, you just told me you know what it means and you did bad. Like, how?
Right. So we're going to go. So part of this prompting was taking everything that I have known up to this point and putting it aside. And one of the big things that I put aside for those who have been following the channel for many years or has been in the Accelerator for many years, I asked the AI if I should start with hook and pitch, and it said no.
but I always start with hook and pitch.
And it made an argument that humans need a hook and pitch. And hook and pitch was the first way that I was ever able to get the AI to do something coherent in terms of, coming up with a cohesive story with a beginning, middle, and end. So setting that aside was really hard. But what the AI argued, and this whole mess kind of came from when I was talking about last week about, they design these models to cure cancer. They design these like for all these big lofty goals, right? To solve really complicated physics questions. And I'm sitting here going, if it can cure cancer, it can write a novel. And it shouldn't have to go so fast. Like Had a Baby, It's a Boy. If you ever saw the Call Collect commercial way back in the day, where like the other thing AI does wrong is like it takes the pacing and it like truncates it. Like we're gonna speed run through this story.
Yeah, that was another hallmark. We always, like, first 3 chapters, we had to break up into, each one was 2 to 3 chapters just because too much was happening. It wanted to jump straight from first opening scene to first inciting incident to first pinch point. Like it just, I know where I'm going. Zoom.
Right. So in this conversation with the AI about what do we do to start off with that's right for the AI versus what's best for the human, and it threw away hook and pitch, it proposed this idea of like logic and rules that it needs. And we're still working on that. And when I say still working on that, just because one AI tells it to me one time, that doesn't mean I take it as gospel. The next thing I do is I test other AIs to see, and then I test another kind of configuration to see if it comes up. I have other people test. Like put out the call to the Future Fiction Academy. I'm like, I'm working on this. I need other people to help. That's what we do in the Future Fiction Academy. We crowdsource, like just people randomly be like, I figured it out for Cozy Mystery, and they share their notes in Notion. I figured it out for Insta Love Romance, and they shared their notes in Notion. That's what being part of the Academy and the Accelerator is for authors. Yes, it's $250 a month, but it's the best AI education and community that exists out there. Where people are getting hundreds of books done in a year. People are actually building their publishing careers going on this. They're using AI and getting better jobs at their workforce because they understand AI, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
So in doing this conversation, there was this really strange word that came up, and this is in the third that we're going to talk about tonight. And I'm going to share it on a banner because it's hard to say. Tension axis. And then the plural is tension axes. Axes.
Axolotls.
Yeah. Anyway, a tension axis. Do you want to try to explain a little bit what the tension axis is? What the AI thinks of it as?
Or it's essentially, when you explain it, or when we finally got the AI to explain it to us, it was both so simple and so foreign at the same time. I'm
still mad about it.
Yeah, like it's so simple, like it's obvious. It's one of those ideas that are just obvious in hindsight, but then it's also so foreign to the way our minds would grasp it that of course we wouldn't come up with it or think of it or explain it this way. So essentially, the tension axis is codifying or putting a numeric scale on a feeling, on a goal, on something. Like one of them is for character development. You want them to go from I don't deserve love to I am worthy to love, -1 to +1. So essentially you're telling the AI you want to start at the beginning of the book at a -0.7 and move up to a +0.9. And each chapter, if it moves that along, you would say move it from -0.8 or -0.7 to -0.4 or something like that. And it just, in its brain or in its coding, it knows that. And it's somehow like numbers are, I don't understand how it puts numbers to that, but I'll tell you, Ingrid explained it before, but it essentially, it helps it keep the pacing, it's not zooming along anymore. It's putting it finally in terms it understands.
Yep. As Rachel's saying, it's making the prompts more AI friendly. This is not something you had to do with the older models, because the older models, they had no thinking capability, and thinking started off with just, it could read it in a chain, like one direction. Like it could just, like what you do in chat and you're like, oh, rethink that more or work on that harder. what you could do in a chat, just one vertical. That was the first generation of thinking models. This new generation of thinking models that we have, the 5.1s, the Gemini 3s, the Grok 4.1, the Claude 4.5. Did I get those numbers right?
I can't keep up with all the dang numbers. And go back to like scientist names, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know.
So at any rate, the most recent ones, they have a teeny tiny smidge of agentic to them. And what do we mean by agentic? It means it doesn't have to go top bottom. It can kind of start going and then like take a side quest and then come back and then go back to the side quest. But it's not super extensive. Like it's like training wheels agentic. Okay. Don't think that this thing is like able to do everything that you want it to do. You're still better off sticking with like one task at a time with it and letting it do that very deeply. So, and as Danny says, yes, it is. All AI is based on math. So let's take a look at what these tension axis. I think that's debatable. Gemini 3 is full AGI now. It's still inert unless we prompt it. So, and hopefully it stays that way for a little while. So let's go take a look at what tension axis does. I think we could actually start in Claude, since that's the number one thing that everybody loves. And then we'll maybe take a look at it in Gemini.
Yeah, that sounds good. While you're bringing that up, I'm going to explain how Ingrid talked about it.
Sure.
She was in a journalist or journalism classes or something along those lines. And what you had to do back then, I remember I took a few classes like that. You had to go through an article and codify the negative words, the positive words, and actually grade it for a bias. And if you think about it, that is exactly the same. Like that is, as humans, that is one of the times we have done this. If you've ever had a practice like that. And so it's essentially doing the same thing, but with fiction and in just a way the AI can understand. So I just thought that was a neat example.
Yep. Okay, so I have just Claude Chat open. I'm just using Sonnet 4.5. So that's what I'm doing for the everyday tasks. Actually, let's check out Haiku. Let's see if Haiku can do this. Why not? And I'm going to say, give me the plot of what's a good genre that's hot right now? Not hot. How about dark academia? A dark academia novel. We'll see. We'll do a romance novel with multiple plot lines, unique characters, using tension axis. So that is the prompt. I will copy it and I will put it in your notes. Boop. We are in Claude and I'm going to hit go. We're going to check out Haiku. If Haiku can do this. The reason I'm checking Haiku first is because Claude has been very stingy with its prompts lately. So I wanted to see what the heck is going on with Haiku. So Haiku, that was very quick. It says, core concept, a prestige magic academy and a decaying Gothic university conceals a centuries-old secret society. The primary tension axis maps between safety and exposure and belonging and betrayal, with secondary axes tracking power dynamics and moral corruption. Oh, Irish Chen, drink. You got a Chen.
It's got a new name, or first name.
Yeah. So it has all of these tertiary plots that it's going with the axis of where things are going to. We have a plot architecture, and then it's got this tension mapping here. And what you can do is you can say, over the chapters, over the story, up to 100% of the story. So I'm asking it, can you make that a graph? And we're going to do the same thing with Sonnet 4.5. So you can see the difference between the models. We're using the dumbest model right now. So it's making the information here in HTML. And this is the fastest that it does it. Okay. It's a going. It's a going. It's a going. We need Jeopardy music. It's going. I mean, I've gotten so impatient with the AIs lately, you know.
I was just thinking that during my class when I had to wait for like something to run, I'm like, I remember someone telling us at Author Nation their biggest complaint was the AI was too slow.
Yeah.
It's like complaining about airline, like the airplanes or something. Like, do you know how long it used to take to get from A to B?
Yeah, and what it's doing is it's just making all the HTML for it, and it says I've mapped all 3 romance arcs across the full 100% story. Oh. Well. 0. Well, look at that.
Oh.
So relationship belonging score, and then Matthias's safety score is down below, and then Iris's safety score, and then they're going to crisscross and then go up, and then relationship belonging score. So it actually, you can use these graphs to make sure that the AI is understanding what you want as far as the things go. I've got some questions about this because this kind of makes it seem like there's one big event here in the middle that's going to change things. And if I look at this, Act 1, searches archives, unaware of danger, feels safe in research, drawn to Matthias, assigned to manipulate her, but genuinely attracted, safety, high, belonging, they're close, romantic tension building, no deception yet revealed. Inconsistencies, he falls in love with her. I feel like his tension would be higher if he's falling in love with her first. So, but this is haiku, okay? Haiku is not, oh, just kidding. There was more. Sorry. We've got relationship toxicity mapped.
Oh.
Innocence to corruption for Noah and Ven. And, you know, I think that this makes it easier to validate these outlines that it comes up with really quickly because you can spot check it before you go deeper. And then here's Sasha Volkov's loyalty in society and how that's all changing. So, again, this is very simple prompting. Let's see what happens when we go a little bit further with a better model. Everybody cool with that? So I'm going to do a new chat. I'm going to copy and paste the exact same prompt so you can see the difference with the prompt, with the chats. What do you think about trying Opus?
Oh, let's do it. We haven't tried Opus yet.
Yeah, I want a dark academia romance. Let's go, Opus. Hopefully I don't use all my credits up. Check the chat, see if anyone is wowed. No, nobody is impressed.
Nobody's wowed.
Well, I am very sorry. Attraction and mistrust.
Truth How do you pronounce that title? The full.
I can't even say it. The Ptolemy.
Yeah. Pterodactyl theorem.
Oh, we got Blackwood and Ash and Seraphina Vale. Drink.
Oh, jeez.
Moral of the story, people, bring your own character names. Always. But we're not testing that for this. Parallel Proofs and Ancient Mathematics contains hidden ciphers that reveal the society has been conducting illegal human trials using student volunteers who supposedly committed suicide. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. Forced proximity, tension, the power struggle, Dr. Vale's being blackmailed by the Ptolemy Society's current leader to rig the competition. What competition? Oh, they're forced to partner in the competition, a prestigious academic tournament where the winning pair receives automatic admission to the secret society. Okay. 2 of 10 rising to 5 of 10 in Act 1. This really helps the romance stuff get correct, where it's understanding where they're going to start and where they're going to end. We are just eagerly watching. Okay, good, Sonic Sue. And then it's got all of this. And what I love about this is it understands that the romance has to drop. So many of the romance outlines I've seen, like they have a little misunderstanding, but it doesn't really feel like they actually might break up. It doesn't get that dark. It doesn't get that deep. And then it's got 25 through 32. They're together but scarred. Okay. Their own investigative firm received a package containing the society ring and a note. The theorem remains unproven, setting up potential series continuation while providing romantic resolution. They're together, battle scarred but stronger, using their combined skills to prevent others from falling into the same trap. Can you graph that? Let's see what Opus can do.
Yeah, and as a human, anytime you take any writing course or anything like that, they tell you if it can be cleared up with a conversation, it's not a misunderstanding. It's not enough. Like if they can't walk away from it, and the AI just never seems to understand that. How many times is it just an argument, or if they just sat it down at a table together, it would be over. And that's not a plot.
Yep. So the competition final is a trap. It understands that Act 3, all the tensions have to converge at 9 to 10 of 10 for the climax. The sister's death's truth is revealed in Act 2B. So this is really strong in terms of actually making sure that things are rising correctly. And then you can change it for, like, instead of a first kiss during a library break-in, that could be earlier if you want it to be. You could be like, hey, there needs to be like higher heat. If you want to. Okay, so this one devised an interactive visualization. So here we go. And this is more what the smarter models do. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. And I'm going to hide the comments so that I wish there was a way to like zoom in just on this one side. Oh, that works.
Yep. That didn't work.
That did not work. No, stop it. You're too big. Nope. Okay, just kidding.
I think you can grab it and like maybe grab and make that middle bigger, or no?
Yeah, I can.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so this one is what I like. This style where it has as everything is going, and then it has the act 1s through the 8, 9 through 16, 17 through 24. It tells me exactly what they are, and then it walks it through so that I can see that. You can see how the romantic is it's got some dips and dips here, and then it comes all the way crashing down in chapter 24. The blue line is the academic tension. It kind of stays just high, and then it crashes, I guess, when they're no longer at school. Same thing for the mystery tension. The mystery tension is going to peak up here. And I think that's when they said that they're going to reveal the sister's death and all of that, of like what really happened. So I would almost want the romance to hit higher somewhere here.
Yeah.
That would be my only thing of like, I think that, but this is a system that, I can do that. I can say, modern readers of dark academia are a crossover with dark romance. Can you ratchet up the romance earlier in the story with with 2 high peaks? So if I give it that input of like, okay, now we want more dark romance, etc. stuff.
And that seems to tell it, like that is how you could tell it, oh, it starts thinking along the correct scenes to put in, and like it's not just changing a graph, it's actually thinking how to do that in a much better way than any other prompting method.
So yeah, tension axis, tension mapping. Who knew that the AI could do this? I haven't seen people sharing this. If they have, great. I just didn't see it happening. But it's making changes to it. Let's see what it's deciding here. Okay, so here's what it said to do. Okay, so now the first kiss is happening. Earlier, they had like the first kiss in chapter 8. It's now happening earlier in like chapter 6. Aggressive intellectual sparring that's barely veiled sexual tension. Lucian corners Iris in the restricted archives after she deliberately provokes him with a mistranslation. Prove It's Wrong becomes a heated kiss against ancient manuscripts. interrupted by Vale, who uses what she witnessed as leverage. So that's now a tension of 8.5. That's much better than a 5. Okay, enemies with benefits. What?
Ooh.
They establish rules. Just physical, no emotions. Ends when the competition dies. Secret encounters in the bell tower. Empty lecture halls. Using sex as a weapon. Each trying to make the other break their rules first. Yeah, I like that better. She's been hiding her eidetic memory. Show me everything you really see. Becomes an intense scene where intellectual submission parallels physical. First time saying each other's actual names during intimacy, not surnames. Yes. Discovery that Iris was initially planted to watch him, but the twist, she chose him over her mission weeks ago. Cold withdrawal, using their academic partnership like a business transaction. During the competition's finals trap, Lucian must choose between winning, saving his family's reputation, or saving Iris. Public claiming during the ceremony exposure, you were never just a thesis project confession. Lucian's family could destroy Iris's entire future with a phone call. Oh, darker romantic beats, leaving marks that have to be hidden during presentation. Hair pulling during Latin. Hair pulling during Latin conjugation drills. Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Oh, we're getting a new. Well, that's a different map. That feels more dark academia.
Yeah.
The purple is moral justice versus survival. So that makes sense that would be low at the bottom and go up.
Just kind of mostly go up, not.
Yeah, the mystery tension is still there. The green is the power dynamics. And I like that it's kind of, it's mirroring the romance line.
Yeah.
And then the academic tension's on its own kind of like existence. So yeah, I will remove it from the screen.
But that's good. You could also tell the academic tension is the external plot, and you can make sure it's not peaking at the same time as the romance, which it doesn't, and not dipping at the same time as the romance.
Yes. You can use haiku. You're just going to probably have to do a bunch more throws at it. Haiku is able to do this. And you can also do the other thing is that you can do, what was I going to say? This was an opus to see what opus was like, but you can use the prompting. The prompting is in your chat. The prompting is in your notes. It's at the bottom. And that way you guys can experiment with this. That's the goal here with my thesis or hypothesis with these new thinking models is that the human input needs to be specific as hell, as specific as you can make it. Okay. Really push yourselves to get rid of those filler words and really punch really hard of what you specifically want. And then letting the thinking models interpret that, analyze it, and then start doing the task. Because that's what they're built for. They're built to cure cancer. They're built for drug testing. They're built, these higher end models are built for higher things. If you don't explain that it's a complex problem and start throwing some complexity, demanding it to do some complex things, then if you don't do that, then you're going to get stuck with some of these like not great models in the chats. It's not going to think hard. So Zedekus has a question, but can you show it in action? Say, write a scene or chapter based on the graph, not the first, maybe try mid-story, see how it mapped the continuum. You can. There's more to it.
The after party.
Yeah. And there's more to this engine that we haven't fleshed completely out. We just found this is actually starting to make really good outlines, and it's a really good backbone to the outline. There's also new frameworks that we're testing with characterization, looking at characters as a system, not a personality quiz. There's a new methodology with what we're doing with the rules and the logic and all of that for like how we're steering the writing. That's not just giving it a writing sample. This is next level prompting. And don't worry, there'll be new next level prompting in 6 months.
6 days knowing Elizabeth's brain, but
well,
when it rains, it pours around here.
But the important thing is that when we do these kinds of things is that we're building off of everything that we've learned up to this point. So even our standalone classes that we have on sale, 50% off, including like, what is the double, Stacy?
Double is because I put together 2 bundles. And what I did was the classes I put in there, I discounted it 50%. And then you have the coupon that is, I didn't ask you, that takes it down 50%. So essentially, like one of the bundles, Getting Started with AI, is some of our not basic courses, but it's if you're just getting in it teaches the foundations, it gets you some short stories, some novella writing, the stuff you need to know to even attempt some of the next level stuff. Put them all together, it was $600 is the normal price for all 5 of those courses. So I've made the bundle $300. Then if you use the coupon code BF25, it's now $150, which is, I think, either the price or cheaper than like one of Steph's classes we put in there.
Yeah. So $600 for the classes down to $150.
Essentially. And that's why it's a double, because you get 50-50, which is 75% off.
And we have 2 bundles of that. And then we have 1 bundle that's everything we've ever done.
Yep. So if you're not a subscription person, it's about the same price, I think, as 1 year of the accelerator, or get all of our courses. So if you're not a subscription person, we have a bundle of all of our courses, whereas $6,000, a little over. I discounted it 20%, so $5,000, and the half price coupon works on that, so it's $2,500
for everything. For
every standalone course we've made. The only ones it doesn't include is Advanced Drafter Write and
the boot camp.
Boot camp, because those are software products, not an actual
for the Your First Draft.
Yeah, for Your First Draft.
There's a question from Our Great New Start. Do you think you can use it to map one series to a second series and write an intermediary LM? I don't know what LM is, to get from the first series to the new series. An intermediary. What is an LM? Or maybe that's just unnecessary complication. Yes, you could do this. There's no limit to the graphing. The whole point. Oh, lead magnet. Okay. I hate lead magnets, so that's why. I'm like, yeah, I'll tell you why. People do a lead magnet. It's like, if you're going to do a lead magnet, make sure it's the same kind of product level as what you're selling. I think it's a mistake when authors find they don't understand why the lead magnet novellas doesn't work when they sell novels. And that's because novella readers and novel readers are completely different markets. It would be like going to the food court, and you know how they have those free samples? And instead of giving you, like outside of the Chinese restaurant, instead of giving you like free samples of General Tso's chicken, they gave you free samples of hamburgers, and they're like, but you can buy General Tso's chicken. It's all food. You like food. Yes. Eat food, eat the food. Have this sample of hamburger and go buy the General Tso's chicken.
But yes, you can, especially you can have it map where it left off.
Yeah.
Like maybe it left a dangling romantic thread, or it left the romance a little higher if it's, you know, a series as opposed to collection of standalone sort of series.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you left the mystery tension high, so you want to maybe address that right away. You don't want to leave everything high, but you can see which ones were left high and low, and then tell it to pick up from there, so it knows that the mystery tension is already high, but the love is, you know, been resolved a bit for the moment.
Oh, Thomas, how long are your chapters, dear? Let me know in the chat. How long are your chapters? We'll answer Thomas's question in just a second, but real fast about beats. Originally we called them commands, and it was the first time that we were able to get ChatGPT 3.5 back in the day to write more than just, you know, one part of the scene. That's what we were using them, because it was what to write and how to write it. Then that got twisted, and it got taught a lot by people, not myself, that was like, all you need is the beats of how to write, just what to write. And then people started basically putting a lot into those, to the point it's like, it would be faster if you just wrote the scene yourself. So Raptorite don't have a lot of money, so I was thinking about doing the initial pass through Mistral Large for free and then doing more work to it and maybe the final work in Kimmy 2 thoughts. If you don't have a lot of money, but you're affording the $20 a month ChatGPT, or are you using the free ChatGPT 5, you can use the models inside of Raptorite for less than $5 to write books. There's lots of models that are affordable for that. Because you don't need to be giving the whole context of everything that you're sending all at once. That's the older method of doing things. You can just do it with the story dossier and the last couple of chapters and like making summaries of the chapters, which that was actually stuff I was experimenting with way back last year when I was writing the cafe one. So that might be worthwhile to do a revisit on. But yeah, Thomas, if you come to any of our community classes on the calendar and things like that, people can help you with Raptorite and walk you through what you're asking for there. But basically, 10 beats per chapter, 120 to 200 words for a beat. Fine-tuning is something, you're saying fine-tuning the beat, but fine-tuning is also means something else in LLM too as well. But if you're doing 10 beats at 200 words each, you're already at 2,000 words. Is my math wrong on that?
No, I think so.
So my question is, what genre are you writing that your chapters are longer than 2,000 words? Because if your chapters are not longer than 2,000 words, you're overwriting your beats. You're probably giving it way too much information. So it depends on like what you're trying to write and all of those things. But yeah, Raptorite, what I would suggest you do is you put $5 on OpenRouter and then you experiment with some of the free tooling. Okay, so Christian Fantasy, I'm doing a lot of world building and I pretty much have the story complete now. I started with 40,000 words and 6 chapters and expanded that using ChatGPT. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And then what I would recommend you keep doing is like using something like Notion, free Notion, or something like that to keep your story stuff straight. And as you're working through it, you can save it so that you always have kind of like a quick sheet that you can start a new chat with. Like, here's where we are so far in the story. Here's all the world building information that you need. Also, if your world building information is a lot, and I'm going to guess that it is, what methodology you're going to want to do there is you're going to want to have this like this corpus of information that is your world building. Google LLM notebooks are also another great solution for this too. And your Obsidian is free as well. Kimberly likes Obsidian. There's Obsidian groups too in the Future Fiction Academy. You take the corpus of information and then you say, hey, read all of this stuff. And I want to do this task. It might be write chapter 6, might be write chapter 7. It's going to be make a plan to do this. And you can give it your last couple of chapters and stuff. And then once it makes that plan and it extracts all the information it needs from that corpus of information, then tell it to write the next chapter. That's all you need to do. You don't have to go beat by beat by beat. Once it makes the plan, you can edit that plan because it's going to make beats of what should happen in that next chapter. And that's going to make it a lot faster for you. So I would say go to one of the community classes and somebody will show you how to use Raptorite, that you can do that. Like you can have all your world building saved in Raptorite. You toggle it on, you use an inexpensive model, and it can extract the information that you need. But that's a great question. Would you agree, Stacy, or do something different?
No, that's exactly what I would do. Yeah, you explained it perfectly.
You just want to fine tune the prose. Okay, in that case, you probably want to use the you probably want to use something more like AutoCrit or Pro Writing Aid or something like. You want to use an AI that is designed for prose writing, or not prose writing, but for editing. It sounds like you're on an editing step. Blunt, direct, succinct, demanding, even ask AI. I don't understand that content. Yeah, you're looking for editing passes. Exactly. There's also a video on here from a ways back for the MOP method, the manuscript overhaul plan, that you can take a look at, and we open source the prompting for all of that as well. Yes. Yes. Oh, you're very welcome. That's what we do on Friday nights. Welcome to the Friday night party. We talk about writing. Yep. And Hendrix says there's an easy way to change the heat levels you have in your blueprints for your first draft. You literally just go into the blueprint and change it. You just say like, this is a higher heat level. If you do that in the top, it'll cascade through, especially if you're cascading through. So we're working on a new version of dynamic blueprints for your first draft, which we're hoping to have out by December. Not by December, but into December. And all of that. So that way you can, you just stay tuned. We've got some cool stuff. We're not allowed to talk about it yet.
In the meantime, if you like really want to kick it up, or if it's like you need several steps, like I always name the genre steamy hockey romance just to keep it going, and then tell it, I want a 4 out of 5 steam level, or just give it as many cues as you can. And again, as you cascade and as it goes down through the other steps, it will start bringing that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you had to go through line by line. Yes. When you are validating your story dossier, you do need to go line by line. One of the reasons we're experimenting what we're experimenting with, and it's still in the early stages, but there's lots of people working on it. We're going to be able to have easier story dossiers. So we're going to be able to trim back that story dossier. What is needed to participate in the community class? I was trying to attend several, but for some reason I can't seem to get access. It's free. The link is on the Zoom on the calendar.
I'll put a link to the.
We'll double check that, but like on our calendar that's in our descriptions we need to add that to our descriptions.
Yeah. I'll put it in the notes. I'm looking for it now.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. So here is the calendar, and I'll put it inside the notes.
The community classes are at specific times. So you click that and nothing. Well, let's go on a field trip, shall we? Let me go to Notion.
We might have been on hiatus for the past, because we were all at Arthur Nation, and then Lynn was sick. I have been doing community classes while Lynn was sick.
Yep, but the basics are this. If you're here on this, it'll say Zoom links for community classes can be found here. So you click that, it's in the intro to AI classes, and then it'll show you the Zoom link. And so you click that Zoom link when it's time. There are some replays from apparently August 23rd. So, oh gosh, those are like from years ago. I don't think this is right. We're going to double check on that. But yeah, we'll make sure that all those links are correct. Looking at our calendar, it looks like our next community class.
I don't think we have one scheduled since.
Yeah, I don't think because of the holidays and we were all gone. So
we're all gone. People been sick.
There's a community class for your first draft right here next Friday at 2:00.
Oh yeah, Mel's been doing that.
Oh, there's a couple. Also, the Make YFD Work for You is also a community class. And if you're there and you ask questions about Raptorite, someone will help you afterwards. That's not usually an issue at all. And then there's another one at 8 p.m. on Monday. So anytime it says community and 8 a.m. Wow, Mel's doing a lot of community classes. Also, all these flip side writings. Oh, those are in the quad room.
Yeah,
that's not the community room. Yeah, but the community classes are. And we'll work on getting some Raptorite community classes. Right now, we're hard at work at updating the Raptorite. So hold tight. Oh, and Lynn says Mondays at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time. She's bringing back the community classes as well. So we'll get that all caught up. So yeah, Graybeard. If you haven't been doing it at all, the real question is, what do you want to do with AI? Because here's the thing. And there was another question earlier. Don't let me forget. Why does it smell like something's burning?
Is it a candle?
No. I will be right back. But if you want to answer Graybeard and ask him, like, it's kind of like, what does he want to do? And then.
Well,
you know.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. The first thing we'd start with is the accelerator. Like we do have inside the accelerator class, we have it set up like a week 1, week 2, week 3, or module 1, module 2, module 3, something like that. It's very much in order, and it's meant to walk you through. So we always suggest, if you haven't dove into our curriculum at all, start there. Because even if like, oh, I know what a token is, or I know the basics, if you can still like listen to it at twice speed or something while you're doing something, it goes over kind of our vocabulary and our method of teaching and everything like that. It gets you more into just our ecosystem. And then once you reach the end of that, we're cleaning up our Teachable soon, so it should be easier to do that, but it's what are your goals? So we tried to, and we're going to do it better, but it's, do you want to learn maybe just some simple writing techniques? Do you want to learn the mind-blowing stuff? Do you want to learn art or video or something like that? The crazy stuff is usually under Madness of EAW, because...
Or a Carlo class.
Or well, that depends on which kind of madness you want or craziness you want. Carlos are very technical, and he is just a California soothing sort of laid back voice to listen to. And then like if you're looking for more paced stuff, like all of the standalone courses are there. So if you're looking for something more self-contained, you can walk through those. You can always ask in the Discord, hey, I'm having trouble with editing or this. What should I go look at? We have a standalone course on editing. We, or Elizabeth talked about some crazy new thing in one of her madnesses. We could tell you that. Yep. Or just show up to a live class and ask. Like, honestly, it's...
At this point, it is such a fire hose and we can't fix it because it's not our fault. It's just the way AI is. Tell us what you're trying to do or what you want to do, and anyone will point you in the right direction to get started. Because everything does change about every 6 months.
And even in the live classes, we have like topics that we're talking about, but usually the beginning and end is reserved for questions. The beginning specifically, like, anybody have any AI questions or questions about life, whatever. And that's when you can say, hey, I'm having trouble with X, Y, or Z, and we'll be happy to go over it no matter what the topic on the calendar is.
Yeah, there was another question earlier that I can't find now, but the basics of it was, can you use tension accesses for a book that's like halfway through? Yes, I would put the manuscript in Claude and then basically say, map out the current story with tension axes, or maybe identify where there's not enough tension. Like, that can also be a great way for you to help see what's going on with the action of your story. Mapping out the plot is really, really old. That is old analysis and things like there's lots of literary analysis books and stuff like that. Freytag's Pyramid, or just like the Rising Action. So doing a graph of your actions of a story and everything like that, that's not anyone's specific thing, although you will probably find some stuff out there like Story Graph and everything like that that they do it like exclusively before AI, but now AI can do it because it's just a table of numbers. Yes. Let's see here. Oh, and then there is, if you're an accelerator member and have projects left to finish before the end of the year, Christina is hosting Done and Dusted this weekend, which is writing sprints in the quad. And that is 2:00 in the morning to 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday. Is that right? 2 a.m. Oh, because it's a bunch of people. Everybody is okay. Yeah. So this weekend, there's no excuses. No excuses are left. I should probably attend. By the way, the smell. If you wanted to know if I live in a Southern sitcom, yes. My mother burned pork rinds in the microwave.
Aren't pork rinds like a potato chip sort of product?
Yeah, well, yes, but it is actually like pig skin that's like cooked to puff up and all of that. So I went to, I like opened the door. I'm like, what is burning? And my mom yelled my pork rinds, but I didn't hear her right. And I wasn't expecting my pork rinds. So I had to go all the way down to find out what the heck did she mean by her pork rinds. And I go to the garage.
Is that a thing, like microwaving pork rinds? Like, I'm
There's
not Southern, so-
pork rinds. And I opened the door and she's just like, it was my pork rinds. I'm only buying pre-made from now on. So watch your microwave pork rinds, people.
There's not pre-made? Like, there's unpre-made pork rinds out there?
It's called pigskin.
But
all right. So Stacy lives
I meant I was not ready for that.
Really, she was making pork rinds in the microwave and she burned them.
She was making pork. I thought she was like microwaving.
I feel like if I just write down these situations, I could have an entire series of books. Like the title's just called "Burning Pork Rinds in the Microwave." You know, it's just all the crazy things that happen at my house.
Have you ever seen the book? It's Bleep My Dad Says, SH.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like a Twitter post about what his dad said. I think you could just do that with your mom. The stuff my mom
It really
said.
stinks. It really stinks. Like, and then my mom's like, "There's some apple cinnamon Febreze spray you can spray." I was like, that'll make it worse. Oh my god. Oh,
I'm out of words. Like,
I wish I could give you guys smell-o-vision so you can smell what burnt pork rind smells like. It's not pretty. Yep. Apple cinnamon burnt pork rinds. Because that makes it better. My mother's of the generation, like if something stinks, you just spray the Febreze or the Glade on it, and that does not make it better. Okay. On that segue, let's go make some cool stuff in Gemini, shall we?
yes, please.
I might just open my window. Another cool thing this week is that Gemini 3 dropped, and it claims AGI and all of that, but we need something cool to code. I want to code. So I don't want to code the same thing that I did earlier. I don't want to do. We did a marketing one earlier this week. We did a project dashboard. What about a plot cards that I could move around?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go play in Gemini 3. So for this, you're going to need the Google AI Studio, which is just AIstudio.google.com. And I'm going to share my screen. Tell me in the chat, like one time I did Kawaii, tell me like a design that you guys would like. So I'm in Google AI Studio. I'm going to hide the comments.
Really Cozy Cottage.
Oh, Cozy Cottage. Okay. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to put us at the bottom. There we go. Okay. So this is building your ideas with Gemini.
I am tasting burnt pork rinds just from your story. Like,
trust me, it's worse on my side. Sure, the Dark Academia. We could match our plot that way. Let's go over to Claude. Well, hold on. So I have my Kawaii Write and I have my Book Launch AI. The Kawaii Write I'll show you really fast. So this was something that I made with just like a few go-arounds, and then we'll go back to...
Oh, it's not Kawaii anymore. Oh, there we go.
So new project. It made a thing for me. It could say what, like, different stuff. And it could make me stickers. So hold on. I'm going to full screen this and watch. I could be like, I did my Friday Night Live. Do I get a sticker? And like my little fairy planner, my AI planner fairy says, yes, I get a sticker. Because
it's not under a project, it's all stickers.
Live on air, I got a sticker. I'm still working on making it save my stickers. Oh, I want to puke. I don't want this. This is not nice. Okay, so then we also did something cool with like the book launch. We just made a very simple app that you could put a book in and the script to Google Docs, and then it could make a whole bunch of images and things like that for the book. This was really fast. I don't remember what class we did this one in. What did we did this in the Tidal Wave one, right?
Yeah, the one that was
okay. The Tidal Wave one earlier.
This ended up as a madness.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to click build, and we're going to click this Vibe Code Gen AI apps. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to say I am writing a dark romance, dark academia novel. I want to be able to put in an outline, and the outline is made into cards with the information. I want the cards to flip, and I want an image to be made and saved on the other side of the card. I want, when I move the cards, they automatically renumber. Chapter 1, chapter 2, etc. I want to be able to type notes on a card. I want to be able to add a card in between. I want AI help at creating a new chapter that could go in between. But I want to prompt to tell it what I want. And I want an export button to give me the whole outline without pictures in Markdown. And I want to download the outline and the photos into a zip folder to save.
And we found we had to be this specific because when we were asking, like, can you give me a writing tracker, it didn't give us any way to update the numbers, or it didn't give us a way to add a new project, or anything that you would think is super obvious.
I'm adding that prompt to your guys' notes. So this is in the AI Google Studio. And while that's running, I have a little bit of the bundles just so you guys can see. This is the Getting Publishing with an AI double bundle. I mean, we have time to kill while it's running the thing. So this one's $350, and then you can take it off another 50% off. So it's $175, right? Publishing 101, the author AI Power Author's Roadmap, Mastering the 5X Structure, Choosing a Publishing Niche, and Editing with AI. So this is a really great value for people who are looking to edit, etc. And then we have the Getting Started with the AI double bundle. This is the one that's $300 that you can get for $150. How to prompt AI for fiction writing, short stories in a shared world.
Get Publishing still. We still see the Get Publishing one.
Oh, just kidding. My bad. Share this one instead. This is the Getting Started with AI double bundle. And this has the Easy Peasy Book Machine, how to make a story dossier, etc. And remember, all of these individual classes are available if you are an Accelerator member. So you can literally pay $250 for 1 month and have access to all of the classes, so that you can go through it. And then our Everything bundle, this is like every class, standalone class we have done up to this point. It's quite a bit.
Not looking at, or we don't see it.
Oh, just kidding. I'll get better at it. I'll get better at it. The Everything Black Friday bundle. So this is 32 classes, and you can get it for $2,500 because you can get it for 50% off with the coupon BF25. So this is everything that's there. Choosing a publishing niche, serialization, don't be perplexed by perplexity, etc. So there's quite a bit there. Let's go check on Google, and I will make sure to share this tab instead.
And the coupon code, it's BF25, also works on any of the individual classes. So if you only decide you want the Perplexity class or something, just click on it, coupon 50% off.
So this started to make everything, and then it says that there's an error, and I just click auto fix and it'll start fixing the errors in there. So sometimes it takes it a couple of times to go around, but it does create for you all of the code. And if you look at the code editor, you can actually see the code that it's creating for you. This is huge. This is like on par with what Cursor is doing and everything like that. Your metadata. And one of the things we talked about, though, about this is that if you are making something, you want to make it self-contained. Do not make apps with your Gemini, with your AI Studio that connects to your bank, that connects to your personal information, that connects to your social media. Like, you want to only make self-contained apps that you are putting information in, you are getting information out, and you are very closely controlling what information that app can do, because these apps are not secure. I'm going to emphasize that again. These are not secure. If you don't know how to read code, and I'm in that same boat myself, you can always ask the AI to explain every single line of code to you, but that's still not enough to protect you if there is nefarious things in there. So please make sure you are not hooking this up to your social media or asking it to do something. Like, no. Please, in the comments, tell me that makes sense to you. Oh, we have it. Nocturne Scrivener. Okay.
Maybe don't name it Scrivener, but sure.
Well,
are we looking at the back side of it, or it's all backward? All of it's backward.
It's all backwards.
Oh, it flips.
That flipped it. Okay. Conjure image. No vision manifested yet. Add a new chapter.
How do you edit the card? The edit button just flips it and makes it weird.
Okay, hold on. So I've got to tell it. Okay, I need to have a way to edit text and make sure it works for a dark mode computer and light mode. And then the image generation is after I put information in. Also, I want consistent characters. Let's see what the heck that does. I mean, I can add a new chapter, and it's chapter 2. I can't move them around, though.
It's like Mirrorverse.
Yeah. This would have been better if I had given it like an image that I wanted. So we'll get that through. Danny's like, I would be cussing at it. Look it, twist it. But I have to say, I'm impressed that when it was reversed, it was backwards see-through. I'm like, well, that's kind of cool.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, Danny's saying they are not secure. They are not secure. Oh yeah, index card. That's a good thing. Weaving shadows into stories. Nocturne Scrivener, huh?
Yeah,
so
you have to. We've had that problem with yours before because your computer is set to dark mode, and it doesn't always. The app it first puts out isn't always good in dark mode.
Nope.
For whatever reason.
Dark Academia versus Light Academia themes, and add a global story settings module to ensure character consistency across AI generations and refine the text editing experience. Okay. Updating the Tailwind. This is just bonkers that it can do this. Yeah, it's like transparency film.
Yeah.
You could literally use this to create your author website. Like if it's just information, You can use it to make an HTML website. Okay, tip, open the Story Bible to define your characters. Okay, cool.
Oh, it has a Story Bible now.
Oh, now we have light and dark. Okay, that just flips it.
Try clicking the Story Bible. Like up in the top menu. That's probably where you put it in.
Main character. Oil painting style. So yeah, that's like more information about the thing. That's kind of cool though. I mean, you can see what you can build with this. This is insane. I'm just making a note card thing. You guys can make all kinds. I love its nonsensical flipping feature. Yeah, she wants to flip, baby. You are getting flipped. Nothing else works, but it flips.
I do kind of like that. It's I would be flipping all my cards once I could write on them.
Here's the thing. This is very early days. We're all going to have to learn how to build apps with AI, maybe with the structure first, and then add crazy things like flipping cards. Otherwise, it thinks, and you get a flipping card, and you get a flipping card, and I feel flipped off.
I feel flipped off.
I do too. I do too. But hey, I didn't have to go to school to learn how to code to make this thing happen. I would almost suggest like working. Where's Carlo? He can make anything. I would almost suggest that we should work with the chat bots to say like, hey, I need to come up with a very specific scope of work for an app that an AI is going to code. Can you help me come up with that scope of work? And then that's what you give it. And then that way you can actually build it. And this will get better with time. Okay, we're back to dark mode. Where do I type? I have redesigned the chapter cards to look and feel like index cards. Lies. The inputs now have clear backgrounds. White in the light mode, dark gray in the dark mode, and borders so you know exactly where to click to type. Do I?
Try just clicking somewhere. There. Oh, there.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Okay. We're going to table this because it's getting late. And the point is, you can make cool stuff. You can make flipping cards. It does work. It's just, I was not.
In honesty, I've watched my brother sit there for hours and flip cards into a hat. So I'm sure there's somebody who would flip those dang cards. If like every 10th flip, you got a surprise hooray or something.
Yeah, front side was not a text window with full editing. I tried. I clicked on both sides. It did not do anything. It just flipped us all off. Don't be like Elizabeth. Build things that are simpler and all of that. So we do have BF25. So all of our classes are on sale for 50% off. You can join the accelerator. We have a lot of cool, exciting things going on right now. If you use your first draft, we also have a discount on all of the tokens there through the end of the year. And after party, I think, in the lab room. Oh, like and subscribe. We are like less than 100 people away from 6,000 subscribers.
Yay!
So that would be great.
Subscribe, comment.
It does make really cool things. It really, really does. The marketing one that we did earlier, you just put a manuscript in there and it makes you edit. It makes you social media things. There's entire classes on vibe coding. Like there's so much in vibe coding in the accelerator. There's also a class that's the MCP servers in vibe coding that teaches you more secure ways to have the AI actually talk to different things and doing things the right way.
And even in if you go to YouTube playlists, we had our Seasons of AI Summit.
Oh, yeah.
That had Alyssa showing vibe coding and Carlos showing MCP servers. Those Carlos had a recording snafu, so his is actually pulled from one of our, like a small class. So it kind of like there's a few places where he's like, oh, go back to this other class, which you can't because it was pulled from a series.
It was from, just ignore that part.
Yeah. So can do great things, but the record button on Zoom.
Make sure you find everything in the academy, like inside of your Future Fiction Academy. Everybody head over to the lab room. All in favor of an after party? Aye. You don't have to go, Stacy.
I know. I'm so sleepy.
Yeah, you sleepy. I'm not sleepy. I'm never. It's the energy vampire in me.
Oh yeah, Kimberly did a new Obsidian class.
So I think we're going to do agents in the pages to close out to honor the new agentic things. And I will see you guys in the lab room.
Okay.
And next Friday. Bye.
Whispers in the margins, codes between the lines, typewriters in the shadows, ticking back in time, invisible assistants, running covert schemes, building whole new worlds while we chase our dreams. We're agents in the pages, automation spies, sending secret signals through the starlit skies. Stories crackle open like a safe at night. Our missions are the chapters hidden in the light. Ink becomes encryption, paper turns to glass, every prompt a password slipping through the past. Circuits hum like footfalls on a midnight street, manuscripts assemble perfect and discreet. Shadow pens are moving, the dossier's alive, blueprints on the table, watch the novels thrive. Every plot's a puzzle, every twist a key, unlocking secret futures only writers see. We're agents in the pages, automation spies, sending secret signals through the starlit skies. Stories crackle open like a safe at night. Our missions are the chapters hidden in the light.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and every Friday night. Keep your schedule open. I will be doing some epic things on Thanksgiving Day like I do every year. We have some exciting things that we'll be sharing. Possibly, no, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna say, but I'm working on series, guys. That's what I'm working on. Working on series. So I'll see you guys over in the after party room. We had somebody join the accelerator for an entire year during this live. So big heart to you. Make sure you find your Future Fiction Academy. If you cannot, email Dean at futurefictionacademy.com. We'll get you help out so that you can get into the lab room for the after party and all of that. And I'll see you guys soon. And don't forget this weekend, what is it? Till dusk, till dawn, done. don't know. It's like no excuses. It's from 2 a.m. in the morning until 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. So that'll be in the quad room for all Accelerator members. Yes. So the Discord links are also in your Future Fiction Academy. When you join the Future Fiction Academy, the Accelerator, it's in that Future Fiction Academy lab class that's there. And you just click on that and it'll have all, it says, welcome, start here at the top. That's where you should start. And it tells you how to get in the Discord, how to get in the Facebook group, and all of that fun stuff. We put it at the top. Welcome, start here. So, all right, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye.